Yo, what is good, guys? How are we doing? We're back with another trade recap. It is January 21st. Let me move the mic a little closer here. We had a really good day. We had about a $2,000 day copy trading, 4 accounts. It worked out really well. So let's go over the trades. First of all, as we always do, let's start here on the higher time frame. As you can see, we're inside of a 4-hour gap, naturally making me relatively bullish. Not just off of that, but very important to understand trading right into that gap. And seeing that we were holding really well, basically all morning. You can see we get a really strong impulse move into open here. The only thing that I do want to see this gap fill in the hourly, and we probably will try to approach that. But we didn't have much going against us here. And again, this morning draws on liquidity here, draws on liquidity. Zoom in a little. Draws on liquidity here. We had these draws here. The trade that I actually called out for members. My initial entry ran 241 points, so absolutely insane. We caught about 115 points today. Had a really good day. Sized it small because we were volatile. I wanted to make sure that we were being smart about our setups, of course, taking it slow with a lot of volatility. Of course, volatility is opportunity, but at what cost? So we have to make sure that we are handling that properly. So that's kind of what we saw in the higher time frame. I'll drop down to the 15-minute here, just kind of make it a little more obvious. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. Let's go back to about 9:15 here, obviously, for what I saw in my plan. So you guys will see that obviously we took longs, we banked. This is what we saw. We saw that the lows, the lower draw on liquidities were already taken around 6:30, 6:45. We have London and yesterday's PM high pretty aligned. Took a first trade to those. And then we even had these more draws up here around the 400s. I wanted to see us revisit those lunch highs. That's exactly what we did. So I'll just show you kind of how it played out. Speed this up a bit, and you'll see that we had a really nice retracement to the VWAP. We took out these draws, and then I actually took a lot of my size off at these draws just to be safe. Because again, the higher time frame, 30-minute, 1 hour, we do have those draws to keep going higher, obviously, but I did see some reasons for us to push down. So pretty conservative price target, definitely could have dragged, and I will be setting aside a few accounts that 1, 2, 3 micros to catch those bigger expansions. That's what I'm going to start doing on some of my accounts. Probably going to get Trade Syncer linked up pretty soon. I have some of my accounts where I'm just strictly taking my 5, 10, 15-minute trades, and then I'm going to have some accounts where I let them run like that. But yeah, really clean structure, really clean model. I'll show you guys here on the lower time frame what we took. So you'll see as we zoom in here, we did have a small, nice little small piece before open, right to about here, 920, right to these highs, and then we had a really nice retracement off those highs. We got a 5-minute gap, right? So we got the VWAP aligned. We have a 5-minute gap. We had a 15-minute gap. We manipulated right at about 9:30, 9:35, right to the middle of the 15-minute gap with a 5-minute gap, with the EMAs crossing over the VWAP, down to the EMA 8, and then just got a really nice move off the VWAP. So textbook. And we caught a 65-point piece here. We caught another 40-point piece here. Pretty particular. I think price is very clean. My main goal was to not let the manipulation here get us. And you can see this was the initial entry that I drew out for the Discord. 6 RR, risk about 40, 42 points. Would have barely just not gotten stopped. And then just straight upside. So I drew this out right at this manipulation, right after this manipulation. Right, it's saying I took my entry right about here, 170s, 165s that I'd want to hold there. Stop to new low of day. Or new low of AM open and just long it. That's exactly what happened. So really clean. Not too much to explain there because I feel like it was just very textbook in that sense. I can drop back down here to Top Step though and kind of show you how we executed this. So this was the long that we called here. Just showing you on Top Step again, kind of just recapping. So we took out those draws and liquidities into open. We did pull back to the VWAP with the EMAs continuing to staircase up into that 15-minute gap. Clear draw on liquidities. This was A+. This was 100% A+. So let's just go over it one more time. EMAs crossed over the VWAP. EMAs respecting, VWAPs respecting. Basically 2 confluences there. 5-minute, 15-minute gap. That's number 3. And then your 4-hour, your draw higher after selling off really aggressively yesterday. That's number 4. Clear draw on liquidity. Number 5. 5+ confluences becomes A+ for me. Not to mention that we also inversed this 2-minute gap here, which is an extra 6th, 7th confluence if you wanted to count it. I definitely like pairing the higher time frame with the lower time frame, so that was even more lower time frame reasoning. Then right here, you get your 2-minute break of structure. This was actually our break-even point. As you guys know, the internal highs are always the break-even point. So that was our break-even point, and we just continued to sort up. Hit a really nice 62-point piece, copy traded 4 accounts. Beautiful. So that's the day. Pretty simple, just about a 5-minute recap. Not too much else to explain. Wired off the C4 right now. Pretty simple recap. about to hit the gym, and have a great rest of the day. So God bless you all. Hope you guys enjoyed this trade recap. Let's keep hitting bangers just like this. Peace.